A nice view of Africa currently, somewhere that we won't be going to anytime soon. There we go, Kingdom of Sweden, 1444. Kingdom of Sweden entered the Kolmar Union with Norway and Denmark. And yeah, so we'll just skip all that, we don't need to know it. The important thing is, here we are as Sweden. Currently control Finland as well. Finland's not, of course, a real country, so it doesn't exist in this time period. But we have a junior partner of Denmark who also have Norway. So all three of these countries are united, and we don't want that to be the case. So our plan's going to be to break free somehow if we can. I think there's an actual achievement for this. Let's see if I can find it. Hey King, how you doing, mate? Pretty under the weather, feeling a bit better. Oh, I'm glad to see you feeling a bit better anyway. Let us know if there's any problems with audio and stuff. I am trying a slightly different setup to last week. If there's any lag between the camera and audio, that would be good to know. Right, see if I can find this achievement that I'm actually going for. Line of the North, that would be a good one to try and get. Start as Sweden and lead the Protestant League to victory against the Emperor. That should happen in the 1600s, if we get that far. Should be down here. Sweden is not overpowered. Well, okay, I might have got the title a bit wrong on this, but never mind. Own and have cause on the entire Baltic coastline of Sweden. We currently have 11 of them. We need all the ones that get highlighted, which you can just about sort of see. So everything around here, all these we need to bring under our control. So that will be our plan. But first things first, as always when I start any game of EU4, since we're not going to be at war for a while, we mothball all our forts. So all these forts, there's no point paying maintenance on them. Right, let's check what else we've got. So we have 12 units of army, which is 9 infantry and 3 cavalry. And what can we get to? We can build up to 15 units, so we'll do that. Audio is fine. Cheers, King. That's good to know. I don't know what was happening last time with the lag between the camera and audio, because everything looked fine locally to me. But it's good to see it's actually working this time. Right, so advisors. So our king is 322. He is infertile. That's not ideal, I'd say. Yeah, definitely not ideal. But he's young. You know, there's that minus 25% chance it could happen still. So advisors, we are 547. We're currently focusing on military. I think that'll be good, since we're going to go to war with Denmark fairly soon, hopefully. And our monthly balance is very low, so we can't actually afford advisors at this point, although we could turn our army maintenance down. We'll do that. Still not really enough to be able to hire advisors and pay for them, unfortunately, but we'll make do. We will make do. What's going on here? In Gotland, there's Danish pretender rebel army. And they look like they're going to teleport to Gonj? I've no idea how you say these things, as usual with playing in Scandinavia. Okay, so that's Denmark's problem, we don't need to worry about that. So, let's see if anyone wants to help us out at all. Who wants to be friends with Sweden? Well, we can't actually make any alliances at this point, but we can ask if anyone will support independence. England will, and Hungary will. That's not a bad start. We could get England on side. They'd like to fight against Denmark. Denmark is rivaled with Hungary and England, and Burgundy. Yeah, could get Burgundy maybe on our side. Usually like to try and get one of France or Austria at least. France likes us well enough. They are an enemy of Austria in England, so maybe. Austria, enemies of Ottomans and Teutons. So I think what we'll do, we will definitely try and get England to support our independence. Let's do that first. What's that come under? Ask to support independence. Please, England, please help me. That's one down. And that's Hungary. So we've got 2 people supporting us. Be nice if we could get someone like Novgorod on side. Or Lithuania. So let us start improving relations. We'll improve relations with France, and then we'll improve with Novgorod, Lithuania. Let's see if anyone's close to supporting independence. Pretty far off. France, Castile, Lithuania. So we'll work on them. Okay, let's check our navy. We have 1 light ship, 4 galleys and 7 transports. It's fine. So we'll mothball you for now because we're not going to use our galleys in combat. We are going to send our light ship off to protect trade, give us a little bit more money. Not a huge amount, Lubeck plus 0.3, but you know, anything's better than nothing. Okay, so that's that going. Armies, we will want to build a force limit, but let's not do that just yet. Let's check our missions. So first mission, end the Kolmar Union. Well, that's what we're trying to do anyway, not a subject nation, so we can't do that. Well, we can, but not right now. Build a force limit, we could do that, which will give us better morale, so we'll do that before we actually start our independence war. Just where the allies, yeah, we'll can't do that until we're independent because we don't have any allies. High income, it's going to be well off. And the Baltic fleet, you want us to have a naval force limit of 25. Again, that's going to be a while because our current naval force limit is... which one of them is it? Land force limit is 12 out of 15. Naval force limit is 12 out of 12. So, yeah, we got no chance of completing that mission anytime soon. Our prestige isn't particularly good. Legitimacy is high. Stability is 0. I think there's not much more we can do for now while we'll pause. So let's let time start ticking up and see what happens. Up the speed up a bit. So Aragon's allied, Denmark's allied with Friesland, Austria's with Genoa, that's fine. Austria's with Hungary, which helps us. They really don't want to help us though, because they're neutral towards Denmark. Burgundy is the only other one we might possibly get on side, I guess. And they cannot reach Denmark, so they really don't want to help. Not the most ideal start. We'll improve with Lithuania and Novgorod because they can usually throw a lot of bodies behind it. If we can get them on our side. Austria's rivaling Venice. Novgorod's getting its allies up. Petition for redress. Peasants typically had no voice, but they could occasionally gain access to the monarch and ask for redress. Sometimes these requests for redress would be directed to the local lord, who was perceived to be violating the peasants' rights. So we can accept and lose some prestige and piss off the nobles, or we can deny it and we'll have to fight some peasants. I don't want to be fighting anything yet. Nobility loyalty is 50 anyway. Fine, whatever. We'll just take it. Take the hit for now. It's not a huge deal. So let's see how close we are for anyone else supporting our independence. Pretty far off. Castile, France. To all the neutral attitude toward Denmark, I think we might have to go with just England and Hungary on our side. Although Hungary getting anywhere near us could be tricky. I don't know how they're going to manage that. So it might all come down to England. But we'll see how it goes. I think we'll move time on a little bit faster, try and get these relation improvements ticking through. Let's see how strong actually is Denmark. Let's check armies of our... Did they count as allies? No. Okay, we'll just have to find them the old-fashioned way. Denmark, where are you in this list? Denmark has a lot. 13k troops of their own. Norway, who'll be helping them. What do they have? Norway. Norway's got 7k as well. A little bit more than our 15k. They are fighting, they're losing to rebels at the moment, which... Is this the time to strike? Should we do it already? I mean, we could end this campaign pretty quickly if we end up losing our independence war. Nobody wants to play as a non-independent nation. I don't know if this might be the time to strike, but I don't want to have to fight the Danish pretender rebels myself. Let's see what would happen if we were to go to war. Let's take back from France, because I don't think France are ever going to help us at this point. Okay, Denmark, if we were to declare war on you for our independence, we would have to defend Stockholm, which is up here. It seems fairly defensible. What's our terrain like? Just grasslands, forests. So we need to defend there. We'd be up against Norway and Holstein. Holstein's just these two, so probably not a huge amount, but they would have some troops there. We'd get England and Hungary on our side. I think if we play it carefully, we can win that. We might go into a bit of debt from it. The first thing we'll do is we'll build up to our force limit. So let's get them going. 60 days, we should have full troops. Poland has gone with, we need a Jagiellon, so that means they have formed the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Well, not the literal Commonwealth, but Poland now rules over Lithuania. In which case, there is no point us improving relations with Lithuania, because it's going to be Poland instead, who cannot reach Denmark and therefore won't help out. So screw you guys. Thanks for nothing. Venice has rivaled Austria. Is anyone else pissed off Denmark? Who are they rivaled to? Scotland. Scotland, will you help? Neutral attitude towards Denmark. So Denmark is your enemy, but you don't care because you hate England more. Never rely on the Scots. Rebels across the border. Whoa, hang on. Rebels, you're not supposed to be fighting us. I'm not helping Denmark out. Where are you going? Yeah, they're coming to fight us, and we don't have any morale yet. Let's stick our army maintenance up, but this is not going well. We're going to have no morale, and they're going to wipe us. Can we get away? We can't get away. So we're going to lose that fight pretty... Did we win? No, we lost. Well... I'm not going to say this was the best start I've ever had to a campaign. The Engelbrecht Rebellion, what's this? A legendary and enigmatic figure in Swedish medieval history. In 1434, the peasants of Dalarna, the Dales in Sweden, had enough of the Union King Eric's crushing taxes and brutal sheriffs. Led by Engelbrecht, the peasants and miners, supported by certain factions within the church and gentry, rose up in open rebellion. Okay, so we're going to have to deal with more rebellion, are we? We can have him murdered, regain his stability, lose some liberty desire, we can stand by the Union, or... ooh. So this actually helps us, okay, so we want that. So we're getting a lot of manpower. We'll do that then. Denmark dislikes us, but don't care about that. Luckily we didn't lose too many troops there. They are trying to siege down our fort, so let's put our fort back up. Military... Yeah, might as well activate our forts, fine. Come on guys, get back into the fight. Come on, get back over here. We'll go and stack wipe these guys over in Stockholm. Now we've actually got some morale. We need to put a leader in actually. Recruit a general. Edvard Ike. He's alright, 112. Right, let's go and crush these guys. Looks like Denmark's still having a bit of a fight. So, we've beaten them this time. And our general has got a new trait, reinforced speed plus 33%. That's nice. It's good to have. Send you down here. Unfortunately, that's Denmark and Norway's armies, so... yeah, they're fairly big. We do have lots of manpower, but it's not much use to us really, because we can't build more than 15k anyway. Looks like Denmark's dealt with that. Anyone getting close to helping us out? Castile won't because of that minus 100, that's going to be a problem, otherwise they would. Naive enthusiast. Could try working on Castile. Can you improve relations with us, please? Well, we're losing money, and looks like they've dealt with the rebels easily enough, and their army's a bit too big for me. We've got 10k there, 9k there. Even if England help us out, it's going to be a while before they land troops, so... I think for the time being we're going to say no. So let's put our maintenance back down, save some money from that, and turn our forts off again. Do we want to complete this mission? It'll give us 25 years. Yeah, I mean, we're going to... no, actually, we'll save it, just in case it takes us more than 25 years to declare this independence war, but it shouldn't do. We do have a diplomat free, so anyone else that I can get on side? France possibly will? I don't know. Let's improve relations with them all anyway. And if we say to France, hey, we love you. We love you, France. You're the best. Who else can we say that to? Castile? Oh, won't let us choose. Castile does not have at least 50 opinion of us. Well, we'll do that once we get their opinion up a bit. Alsace has entered a military alliance with Austria. Look, everyone else is managing to get allies, why can't I? I really can't see Hungary doing much. I mean, they've got to cross a lot of territory to get to anywhere near Denmark. What could they go through? Bohemia, Brandenburg, Mecklenburg, Saxe-Lauenburg before they even get close to Denmark. Granada has a pretender rising. Fine. Looks like Denmark's going to get that back soon. So the problem with an independence war would be you'd have to fight Norway from up there and Denmark from there. In feudal kingdoms, two castes within society held great power, nobility and the clergy. Yeah, so we can piss off the Pope and piss off the clergy. Or we can deal with more rebels. I'm not dealing with rebels. I'm sick of dealing with rebels. Go away. We're pissing off all our estates. Can we get anything out of these guys? And we can't afford a prestige hit to do anything with any of them, to be honest. Would be nice to gain some admin power. I think we'll just have to leave that for the time being. That was Moldavia over here. Is joining up with Poland. So Poland, Lithuania... oh no, was it Mazovia? Anyway, this lot will become one country soon. Or effectively one country anyway. To make them pretty scary. We will fight them eventually. Scotland's declaring war on Ireland over here. It's usually England gets in there first. Novgorod's falling to Muscovy pretty quick. Can I get Muscovy on side? Muscovy is at war, cannot reach Denmark. Yeah, okay, you're not going to help out. Just need these to improve quicker. Just whack the speed up. It's all a bit of a waiting game playing as Sweden to begin with. Pick the right moment. Ideally we'd want Denmark to go to war. I'm not sure, can we declare independence war while we're at war with on Denmark's side? I'm not sure on that. I'm not even sure who they'd be at war with though, to be honest. Oh, we've got an heir. A 342 heir to the throne. Frederick. The succession is safe. That's a shame. Actually, that's the point. He's not even our ruler, is he? He's Denmark's ruler. So, doesn't really affect us anyway. He's not a Swedish king. Let's let these tick up a bit, a few more months. Our prestige is making it a bit slower, unfortunately. Minus 5.7% there. What's this? Venice declared war on Byzantium. Really? Novgorod cedes basically half of it to Muscovy. So Novgorod's got a quite a bit smaller. And they've had to change their capital because Muscovy took it. Fine. Oh, Denmark's occupied over there. Nah, they'll get it back soon enough anyway. We'll wait to see if we can get these over 100. Treason against Sweden. That's unfortunate. So that makes us lose army professionalism, which we probably don't have any anyway. What's our military looking like? Professionalism is 1%. Or we can annoy the nobility. Yeah, we'll take that hit. Whatever. Well, Novgorod's maxed out. Not that they're going to be much use to us anyway. They still won't support our independence, so screw you guys. I think we're just going to have to rely on Hungary and England. That's going to be all we can do, really. And hopefully try and take some nice defensive fights against Denmark. It would be nice to capture this territory off them in an independence war. Let's just keep working on France and Castile. Oh, England's having the War of the Roses, so we should probably wait till they've finished with that. Surrender of Maine hasn't fired yet, so France and England could be going to war at any point. Don't think we're going to get Castile on side. Oh, there's the surrender of Maine. England have given it up, so Maine is now back in French hands. Cowardly English gave it up without a fight this time. It's good for us, just because the War of the Roses is firing. If we got France and England on side, that'd be really good. It's not going to happen because of that neutral attitude towards Denmark. Minus 100 for that. Don't think there's much we can do about it. I think we're just waiting on England, really. Say Norway, do you want to become independent as well? What's your liberty desire at? 0%. Cowards. Cowardly Norwegians. Well, we're over 100 with them. Non-enforcement of ordinances. Monarchs ruled by issuing ordinances, but they were powerless to enforce them. Well, our king's not even Swedish anyway. So we can lose some admin points so we can gain autonomy. I'll take the autonomy. Not really that bothered at this point. Yeah, I need to remember as well that my face cam's actually in this bottom left corner. In case anything's important happens in that corner. France, you ever going to help us? No, you're not really, are you? Okay. Let's bring you back from France and Castile. Got our diplomats home. Muscovy has rivaled Denmark. Muscovy, you say. That is close now. That is close. We'll improve with you. And we'll keep England happy, improve relations with them as well. Muscovy. I've always liked you, Muscovy. We said you're a nice person. Rightful ownership. Our rightful land in Gotland sits underneath the rule of our liege. This is unseemly situation, if continued, will only cast further under their shadow. So we can ask Denmark to give us Gotland. Or we can gain 10 prestige and lose it. I think we should request it. What does Denmark think of us? Because I've renounced the Union. They don't like me very much, so it's probably not going to be too successful. Let's see what happens. They gave it to us. They actually gave it to us. The mad lads. They did it. They gave up Gotland. Phew. Well, thanks. Hasn't gained us any more force limit. Well, that was the easiest bit of territory gain we've probably ever done. We have lost the Reconquest casus belli against Denmark. Yeah, well, I think the independence one will be more important, to be honest. Well, that's good to know. We'll use our other diplomat on Hungary, just so they're happy with us. Decline of the merchant class. Without the old privileges and pedigrees of the other factions, the status and influence of the burghers is really quite as secure as that of those born into power. Yeah, merchants, you see, they're just not as powerful. So they're going to lose influence. Everyone's losing influence on us, which is normally nice. I do normally like it when they lose influence, but I can't do much with them anyway. Well, actually, the nobility are 80% influence. Could do with them losing it. Their loyalty went down, but not their influence. We could use that. Get some military power. If we did that, we'd probably be able to take the technology to get one up on Denmark. Yeah, that could be worth doing that. Muscovy will not accept supporting independence. They've got too many diplomatic relations, otherwise they would. That's literally it. You're allied with one and you have lots of vassals. That's a shame. Would have been nice to have Muscovy on side as well. Because they'd only have to get through Novgorod to get to us. We could use them as cannon fodder. What are you doing? Why are you on low morale? You're drilling. Inspirational leader. Not the best. Well, there's the Renaissance. Since the 14th century, the wealthy and powerful to the Italian city-states have been patronising artists and talking down on them and generally just, you know, calling them shit. I'm sure I did that joke last time I played EU4 and the Renaissance spawned. Anyway. So where has the Renaissance actually spawned? Let's have a look. Technologies, institutions, it is in Lucca. Over here. So it's going to be a while before it gets to us. It's Stockholm's starting to get it a bit. And Gotland's getting it a bit. That's going to put our tech costs up, so I reckon let's get the military support. Does mean they're disloyal now, but we can afford the tech. So we're upgrading our military tech to Tech 4, which just makes us a bit more morale, a bit better tactics. We fight better. It's always good to have a tech advantage. Denmark is still military 3. Norway is military 3. Holstein is military 3. So we do have an advantage now. We are better fighters than they are. And I think we are going to need that. I mean, we've got forts here which protect against Denmark, but it's Norway that will run rampant over our lands. I reckon we're going to need to abandon these forts. I mean, we'll turn them on, but we won't use them. And we'll get that to slow Denmark down, and then, unless Denmark came through Norway, is the AI smart enough to go around our forts? I think... let's end here, because I think if we declare war, we're going to have to smash Norway out first. Stop that being a factor, because otherwise they'll just run rampant all over our lands. So let's do that. Let's get our troops in position.